Hey everybody, welcome back to another class on verbling.com. We're going to be doing a reading, discussion, and crossword puzzle exercise where we will have a chance to speak in English. So it will be a good opportunity for you. We're going to be under the topic of a freeway chase. So it should be something interesting for us to look at. Hi Andrew, welcome back to the class. How are you today?
Hello, Abby. Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. I'm okay. Thanks for asking. Very nice to see you again in class. How was your weekend?
The weekend was great. I was with my family. We were making barbecue. And only one day, unfortunately, because the second day of our holidays was quite cold.
The weather was cold?
Yeah, it was about 15 degrees centigrade. It's,
chilly, for sure. Hi, Jorge. Welcome back to the class.
Hi, Abby, again.
Good
Thank
to
you.
see you. Hi, Jose Luis. How are you today?
Hi, teacher. Fine. And you?
I'm good. Good to see you again. How was your weekend?
Fine, teacher. I have a party. Was my brother's birthday?
Oh, that's right. With
Was a
tacos and
good party.
tequila.
Yeah. A bottle
Cool.
of tequila.
How was the party?
Was fine, teacher. Only with my family, so was very nice.
Wonderful. That sounds great. Thanks for joining us, Jose. David, welcome to the class.
Thank you, teacher.
Hi, Abby. How are you?
I'm very well. David, how was your weekend?
Well, was good. Have a lot of rest.
You had a lot of rest. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Dimitri, welcome back to the class.
Thank you.
And Sandro, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. A little bit tired, but I'm fine.
Very cool. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm having an issue with the document. For some reason, it won't open. So just give me 1 second, and we'll see if I can try to get it. Maybe I pasted the link wrong. I'm not sure. Sandro, are you there?
Yeah, here.
Okay, tell me more about yourself. Where are you from? I think this is the first time I've had you in one of my classes, no?
Yes, the first time. I'm from Italy, but currently I'm working abroad. And I would like to improve my listening and speaking skill, just because I like to improve every time.
Very nice. Well, it is a pleasure to have you in the class with us today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't, for some reason, I cannot open my document. Can anybody else open it or no?
I don't see the link, teacher. Can you share in the chat group?
Yes, I can, but the link isn't working for some reason. It says there's an error.
Yeah, there is an error. I can't open.
Oh, now it's working. Okay, now it's working. Now I can share it with you. Perfect. So, what do you guys think of when you hear the expression freeway chase? Ali, what do you think of when you hear the expression freeway chase?
Freeway chase?
I
didn't hear that.
Freeway chase. What do you think of when you hear that expression? What comes to mind?
maybe run after someone or something like that.
Perfect. Yeah, running after someone. Can anyone else think of anything else that comes to mind when they hear that expression?
When police chasing some criminals on the freeway.
Absolutely. Police chasing criminals. Perfect. Anyone else?
No.
Okay. Andre,
Yeah.
how fast is a freeway chase? What do you think? How fast is it?
I guess it depends on cars, but I guess it is very fast. It should be fast because you don't want to get caught by police.
Exactly. Very good. So according to the article I read, it's at least 100 kilometers per hour. Has anyone in class ever seen that happen? Has anybody ever seen a freeway chase and wants to tell us about it?
Only in movies.
Only in movies. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Why does a suspect start a freeway chase? David?
Sorry?
Why does a suspect start a freeway chase?
There are a lot of many causes. Maybe because he is, I don't know, drunk. Maybe
Drunk?
maybe he crossed the or he don't respect the law. Or maybe he crashed another car. Maybe he kidnapped a person. A lot of reasons.
Perfect. Excellent. Anyone else have an idea? Dimitri, what do you think the difference between a highway and a freeway is? What's the difference?
I don't know exactly. Is it about speed maybe?
It's not necessarily related to speed, although freeways have a higher speed limit. That's true. Anyone else have an idea of what the difference is?
Maybe you must pay in a highway.
But a freeway?
You not pay anything.
Perfect. It's toll free. Toll free.
Toll free.
Excellent. Good. What is an SUV? Jorge. Jorge. Okay. Sandro, what is an SUV?
As an acronym,
Mm-hmm.
it means sport vehicle, sport utility vehicle, if I remember well.
You remember perfectly.
Yeah, and this means that is sport car, sport vehicle, and even used for utility. Usually they have even some, I can say, very big space for activities. I mean, for equipment that you keep inside. Just
Perfect. So an example might be a Jeep
yeah,
or
yeah,
a Ford Escape.
yes,
Vehicles that are bigger than a car, but they're not
yes.
a truck.
Usually Toyota or something like that.
Very good. Excellent. Jose Luis, why don't the police shoot during a chase? Why don't they always shoot during the chase?
Maybe the police can injure other people, teacher?
Yeah, they might be worried about injuring other people. Perfect. How do police notify other drivers to stop during a chase? Jorge, are you there? Okay, Ali? How might a police officer notify others to stop during a chase? Ali?
Okay. I just tell the criminal stop there, and I don't know, maybe after the
Okay.
chase.
But before that, Ali, picture the scene. Everybody's driving, so the drivers cannot hear the voices of the police. How do the police notify other drivers, not the criminal, to move to the side or stop driving? What do they do?
Oh, maybe they how to say? They open their siren, something like that.
Very good. They turn on their siren.
Turn on, yeah.
Very good. Or like Jorge says, they might use a speaker or megaphone. Okay, excellent. Andre, what is a newspaper stand?
I guess it's where newspaper are being sold. Right?
Absolutely, perfect, yeah. And Jorge, what does driving under the influence mean?
I guess when you are high, or maybe when you are drunk. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect, Jorge, thank you. That's exactly it, when somebody is driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Good job, you guys. Let's get started with our reading, and then we're going to move into our crossword puzzle. Giovanni, welcome to the class. How are you today?
Hi, hello everyone.
Nice to meet you, Giovanni. Where are you from?
I am from Italy.
Thank you for joining us. We're very happy to have you in class today.
It's a pleasure for me.
Let's go ahead and get started. Actually, Giovanni, why don't you read the first sentence of our story? The story is called Freeway Chase Ends at Newsstand. Can you please read the first sentence there?
Okay, no problem. A 24 years old Los Angeles man, it's right?
Mm-hmm.
This is this the phrase, right?
Yep, continue.
Okay. Was taken to a hospital and then to county jail after leading police on 1 hour freeway chase in a stolen SUV.
Perfect, good job. And the rest of that paragraph, can we have Jorge read it for us?
The chase ended in downtown Los Angeles in front of the Sprint Hotel. Most of the chase was, well, and even full, except for an empty bottle of whiskey that the driver threw at the one police vehicle.
Perfect. Can you repeat uneventful?
Uneventful.
Perfect. So what do you think, Jose Luis, what do you think it means if something is uneventful?
Means the police I don't know how to say, teacher.
Uneventful. If there's a party and the party is uneventful, what kind of party is it?
Uneventful.
Mm-hmm. Anybody know what that word means? Uneventful?
Nothing happens special, maybe.
There you go,
No.
Dimitri.
Yeah.
Nothing special.
There is no event.
No events. It's boring. Exactly, Jorge. It's a boring party. So the freeway chase, was it super exciting with a lot of things happening, or what do you notice? David, what do you think? What kind of chase was this?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, Sandra, what do you think? Was it an exciting chase, or was it
No,
uneventful?
no, was uneventful because the only, I mean, I can say strange thing was the criminal, the suspect was through one bottle, empty bottle.
Perfect. Good understanding, Sandro. Excellent comprehension. Let's continue. We're going to go with Dimitri for the next highlighted part of the story. Can you read that for us, Dimitri? I'll just highlight it for you.
When the driver got into downtown, things started to happen. He ran over a fire hydrant, maybe. The water spewed out of the hydrant, causing a geyser that ruined all the books and several cards that a vendor had put outside to attract customers into his bookstore.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Very good reading, Dimitri. It's a hydrant, like you said. Hydrant.
Thank you.
And David, read the next part.
Sure. The driver hurriedly turned west on Grand Avenue and managed to back into three parked cars on one side of the street and two cars on the other side. The driver also tried to run over a police officer who was standing in the crosswalk, ordering him to halt.
Okay, good reading. Any questions on the vocabulary for this paragraph?
Yes, halt. The last word. Halt.
Halt.
So, halt.
To halt is another word to stop. Okay? So usually a police officer, instead of saying stop, he will say halt, which means the same thing. Anyone else have a question about the vocabulary for this paragraph?
I have a question about spewed.
Spewed. If water, it's the action of water coming out of a faucet. Okay? So water spews out of a faucet, maybe in an uncontrolled way, Giovanni, not controlled.
So this.
What other situation?
Oh, sorry. In this section, it's involved a nice value of speed.
It's talking, the water came out of the hydrant in a way that was out of control. Nobody could stop it.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. No problem. Another way, Jorge, maybe if somebody vomits, you would say they spewed.
Wow.
So it's not pretty. I'll tell you that much. It's not pretty.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like an uncontrolled release of liquid.
Very graphic example.
Well, you said, in what other way would I use it? And that's the only thing I can think of. That's the English language for it.
Another word that I never can forget.
There you go. It's not carefree, that's for sure. Okay, let's go. Anyone else have a question about that one? Andre, how did the chase change from the freeway to the downtown core? What happened? How did things change?
The driver ran over a fire hydrant, and of course, because of that, the water spewed out of it and ruined the bookstore.
Perfect. Ali, would you say that when he got downtown, things were eventful or uneventful?
Eventful, I think.
Exactly. So things changed. There was a lot more action once the chase moved to the downtown. Anyone have a question or comment about what happened?
Yes. Why did police officer was standing in a crosswalk, ordering him to stop? To stop. Just interesting.
That is a good question, but that's pretty common to see in the United States or Canada. They would expect that the person would stop if a police officer was there, because once he hits the police officer, he would be guilty of a lot more than just trying to lose the police in a chase.
Yeah, I can say he's a very brave man.
Absolutely. Very good. Very good. Excellent. So it says he tried to run over the police officer. What did the police officer do before he could hit him, obviously? What happened?
Shouting him to stop, maybe. Or showing him something.
Okay, but the guy did not stop. So what would the police officer have had to do?
Jump to the side of the road.
Perfect. Yeah, jump to the side of the road or move away from the vehicle. Excellent. Perfect. Let's continue. Ali, can you read the next highlighted part for us?
Okay. Turning north, the driver caused a bus to slam on its brakes to avoid a collision. The bus was empty and the bus driver was uninjured. However, two police cars that were pursuing the SUV from different directions were not so lucky.
Awesome. Good pronunciation. And Andrew, you haven't read yet, have you?
Sorry, what?
Did you read, Andrew?
No, I haven't.
Can you read the rest of that paragraph, please?
Yeah, sure. One of them ran into the front of the bus and the other into the back. Because the drivers had braked early enough, the damage to the cars was minor. Both officers resumed the chase.
Okay, excellent reading. What happened with the bus situation? Jose Luis, what happened?
I think that the crash with a bus, teacher.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And what was the damage?
He damaged the. He damaged the books, something like bookstore.
Not yet, not yet. What was damaged on the bus? Giovanni, do you know?
Maybe the front of the bus.
The bus driver was injured, right?
He was uninjured. Uninjured. He was not hurt. There was 2 police cars damaged, the front of the bus and the back of the bus, right? The damage was minor, just like Jorge said. Then what did the officers do after they hit the bus? Dimitri, what did they do after they hit the bus?
They were pursuing.
They what, sorry?
They were pursuing.
And resumed?
Pursuing.
I'm sorry, I'm just not understanding that, Dimitri. Can you write it in the group chat for me?
Pursued.
They're pursued. Okay.
Yes.
You could say they continued to pursue the driver.
Yes.
Any questions on vocabulary for that paragraph? Okay, I think it's Sandro's turn. Sandro, can you please read the next highlight part?
Yes. They only went 2 blocks north to find that the SUV had come to a full stop because it had plowed into a newspaper stand. The driver, who was not wearing the seatbelt, was slumped behind the steering wheel. The proprietor of the newsstand was yelling.
Just to there, Sandro. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll get Jose Luis to read the rest of that paragraph.
Yeah, teacher. The proprietor of the newsstand was yelling at the driver and shaking a magazine at him. The police called for the ambulance. They charged the driver with failure to yield to a police officer and driving under the influence.
Excellent. Good reading. Any questions on the vocabulary for this last paragraph?
Yes, was
Plowed.
plow, yeah.
Plowed into.
Crashed into.
Exactly. Plowed into is to crash into something. It means, and when you say plow, it kind of means like without any control. He didn't try to put the brakes on. He just went straight into the newspaper stand. Okay? You can also plow into a person with your body. If you run at them and you hit them with your body, you could say you plowed into them. Any other questions?
Slumped behind.
Okay, that's like the shape of the body. When they found him, he wasn't sitting straight. He was slumped. So his body was maybe forward like this over the steering wheel. His posture was slumped, you could say.
It's because he hadn't buckled on his seatbelt, right?
Exactly. So instead of being back in his seat, he was forward on the steering wheel or slumped over it, bent over the steering wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Any other questions?
What's the meaning of yelling? Was yelling?
Yelling. Yelling is another word for, Ali, tell us.
Screaming.
Screaming or speaking in a loud voice. Shouting.
Shouting.
Shouting. Okay.
Giovanni, what makes you yell? Giovanni.
What?
What makes you yell?
I don't understand the. Oh, okay. Yell.
When do you shout or yell?
I don't know. Maybe when I see a famous person in front of me.
Okay, you might say, "Hey!"
like a groupie.
Okay, who else can tell us about a time they might yell?
When I'm angry to someone.
When you're angry with someone, absolutely. Perfect. Do you think that the newspaper stand guy had a good reason to yell at the driver?
Of course. He did.
Absolutely, right? I think I would be doing more than yelling.
Yeah.
You would fight him.
Yes, I'd get my pepper spray out. Okay, good job, you guys. Any other questions? If you see a word that you don't know, tell me, because we're going to need the vocabulary for our crossword puzzle, which we're going to get started with now. So,
okay.
Speak now or hold it. Let's go and get started. What we're going to do is find out the word, and then I might ask you an additional question to help you speak a little bit more. Let's start with Ali. One down. Read it for us, Ali.
Okay, to seek as in she will blank a career in advertising.
So another word for seek. Something she's going after, Elise. She's working hard for it, and it starts with a P.
Pursue.
Excellent. So in English, we often talk about careers or education. We say they are pursuing, or they pursue a career. That's what they are going after, or working towards. Anybody else?
When you pursue your dreams.
Perfect example, Jorge. Anyone else think of another example of pursue? Pursue your dreams is perfect.
Pursue your dog when escape for you.
Very good. Pursue after your dog. Excellent. Anyone else? Perfect. Let's go to number 4. Oh, go ahead.
I have a stupid example.
Tell us. We love stupid examples.
Pursue your most famous actors.
Pursue your favorite actor. That's excellent. Men like to pursue women. So the person who's pursuing is the person putting the effort in. Women, you can say she was pursuing me or I was pursuing her. Both would be correct. Excellent. Let's go to number 4. Andre, number 4. Can you read it for us and tell us what you think it is? Number 4 across.
Yeah, the exhausted runner blank id to the ground after finishing the marathon in a personal best of 3 hours and 13 minutes. I have no idea.
Okay, it starts with an S.
Maybe slumped, no?
What was that? I didn't hear you.
Slumped?
Perfect. Slumped to the ground after finishing the marathon. So how did they fall to the ground, Andre? If he slumped to the ground, how did he fall?
He fell, I think, straightly to the ground with all of his body.
Exactly. Without any control, he completely collapsed. Excellent.
Exhausted.
8. Exhausted, for sure. David, 8 across.
Slumped.
David? Okay, Dimitri, number 8 across, please.
After you drive slowly through a construction site, you will often see a traffic sign that says reduce speed.
Okay, that's before the construction site. But after you leave the site, you can go back to your normal speed. What do we call that?
Resume.
Excellent. Resume speed. Go back to the normal speed that you were driving before. Any questions on that one? 5 across. Giovanni.
11?
5 across.
5 across, sorry. Hungry children often their bedroom doors to demonstrate close. No.
So they close the door, yes, but they do it in a way that is angry, so it makes a loud sound. What do we call that? What are you doing to the door?
It's a sort of strong reaction.
Exactly. And it's the same thing that the bus did in the story. The bus had to do what with his brakes?
I don't remember.
He was driving and he had to stop very quickly, so he did what to his brakes? Starts with an S.
I don't remember.
Who can help?
Slam.
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 So Giovanni, when you're angry, you slam the door. You close the door very heavily.
Okay.
Giovanni,
I'm a good person, so I did.
you don't slam the door.
Yeah.
I think it was, who was it? Was it Edward? Oh no, it was Nacho in class. He told us that his wife tells him he slams the door. That was quite funny. Okay, Jorge, 6 down.
The opposite of a major problem, illness.
Minor.
Yeah, minor.
Oh, who was cheating? Who did that to Jorge? Jorge,
I don't know.
do another one, Jorge. Do 9
Okay.
down.
No, 11
Okay.
across.
You're mean, Ali. 9 down, Jorge. And nobody's allowed to steal this one from him.
An old car with a back engine might smoke and oil all over the street. Smoke? No, sorry. But engine might stop. No.
So I want you to think about it. It's your new favorite word, and you loved my. Nobody say it, please. And you loved my example of it, Jorge. It made you want to eat lunch.
Yes, plow. No. It's sorry.
Spew.
Spew. Yes.
Oh, so close, so close. Okay, Jose Luis, are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
11 across.
Okay. Owner?
Starts with a P, and here's the word here, 11 across. It's long. It was talking about the...
Proprietary?
Go ahead. Very good. Proprietor, we say. Proprietor.
Proprietor.
Exactly. Who was the proprietor in the story? Do you remember?
Proprietor, I don't remember.
Newspaper.
Newspaper, yeah.
The newspaper owner. Very good. Or the newspaper stand owner. Excellent. 10 down. 10 down. Please do that for us.
The people.
Sandro?
Great voice.
Okay. In a panic, some driver hit the gas pedal instead of the brakes pedal.
Good job. Has that ever happened to you, Sandro?
To be honest, not.
It happened to me once.
No, anyway, I remember when I was learning how to drive, it happened, yes.
Yeah, that's when it happened to me too. You get all confused.
Yes.
What happened after?
With me or with Sandro?
With you.
I hit the meridian. So I didn't damage the vehicle because it was low enough that only the tires of the vehicle hit it. Okay. Number 7 across, Ali. Sorry. There we go. 7 across.
A charge or some excitement, as in you will get out of this.
That was a tough one. That expression,
Oh,
you
yeah.
will get a bang out of this. Okay, so that was a difficult one. What does it mean to get a bang out of something?
Maybe
Like a boom.
throw out inside of you, or something like that.
Okay, very good. And how was it used in the story? What went bang?
When he crashed with the bus.
Okay, very good. Crashed into the bus. He banged. You could say there was a bang. It could be a sound. Jorge, what were you going to say?
I was thinking about the hydrant. When the hydrant is spit it out.
Absolutely. That would make a big sound as well. Good job. Okay, 2 down. Over to Andre.
Yeah, although a person's life can be interesting, a person's day is usually it is about the same as the day before and the day after.
So Andre, it's when there's not a lot happening, no event.
Uneventful. Okay.
Good job. Good job. So Andre, tell us about something in your life that is uneventful. And you can't say my whole life. That's not a good answer.
I wanted to say.
How did I know? How did I know you'd try that? Maybe a party you've been to or a day at work? Tell us.
I don't know. Some days are uneventful. For example, some weekends, if I don't go anywhere and sit at home and sit at my home, they are of course uneventful.
Absolutely, they would be considered uneventful. Very good examples. Anyone else want to tell us about something that was uneventful for them?
Work day.
A work day. When is a work day uneventful?
When you don't have many work or all is in control.
Fantastic. Good example. When there's not a lot of work to do, it's uneventful. When is a party uneventful?
It depends your work, I think.
Absolutely, it depends. Some jobs might be very eventful.
Yeah.
David, are you there? Dimitri, when is a party considered uneventful?
When it's boring.
When it's boring. Who can give me a description of a better party that's not uneventful?
Where everybody drinking.
Okay, that definitely brings on some events.
The situation was described in 20 in the film 21 and Over, American film.
Okay, I haven't seen that film. No tequila or tacos. That's uneventful. Good job, you guys. Nicely done. Any other questions, or you guys can use uneventful in a different situation? So let's go
when
to...
when you have a travel teacher to other country, maybe. If the travel is boring, maybe you can say is uneventful travel.
Very good. Uneventful travel. Nothing happened. No good, no bad. It was just simply boring.
Yeah. Or when is your first date with a woman?
Uh-oh. Describe an uneventful first date with a woman, Jose.
For example, if you go in with her take a coffee or maybe a beer, and the girl don't speak anything, and you must push for talk with her, but she don't have any interesting to say, Or maybe you ask about a movie or a book or anything, and she don't say anything. I maybe when you return with your friend, maybe you can say, "This was an uneventful date."
Very good. That is a perfect way to use it. I won't get you to describe an eventful first date, okay? We'll leave that. Anyone else have an example they'd like to share? Okay, let's go to number 3 down. And I think it's actually David's turn, but he's not responsive. So we'll go to Dimitri, 3 down.
Some little old people who drive can barely see over there.
I'm going to give you
I
a
don't
hint.
know.
What do we call the wheel in the vehicle that we put our hands on to control the steering wheel?
Okay.
Very good. If somebody cannot see over the steering wheel, Dimitri, what do you think should happen?
Should happen an accident?
They would probably get in an accident, right? It might be time to take the driver's license away. Good. 12 across. 12 across, Giovanni.
Okay. DMV stands for Department of Motor Vehicles.
Perfect. Very good. Do you like vehicles? Do you like cars?
Absolutely.
What's your favorite vehicle, Giovanni?
500.
Why do you like that?
Because it's most famous old-fashioned car made in Italy.
Okay, cool. Thank you for sharing that. Anyone else want to tell me about their favorite kind of vehicle?
I have one, but
Tell us about it. Ferrari. Sandro,
it's only my dream, not.
You mean you don't have a Ferrari?
No, I saw it yesterday.
Okay, a Ferrari is a very beautiful car, that's for sure. Anyone else have a favorite vehicle that they like? Okay, Jorge, 14 down. 14 down, Jorge.
Drivers should have liability and blank insurance. There are blanks between cars in every city every day. Should have. No.
Okay, I know that you know this word, so I'm going to help you. CO, and it's like when a car crashes, we call it when two things hit.
Clearance.
No. A collision.
Okay.
So collision insurance, what does that cover? What would that pay for, Jorge? If you have insurance for collision, what would that cover?
It depends on the insurance that you have, but it can pay back maybe 100% or 80% of your car, the money, or maybe
Exactly.
cover some damage.
Damages, that's the point. So collision insurance covers damage to a vehicle, whereas liability covers what? Who knows what liability insurance covers? Damage to the other person. Okay, so if they have an injury. 13 down. 13 down. Jose Luis.
Sorry, teacher, I have problems with my internet. I go out and I return.
Okay, no problem. Let's go to Sandro then. Sandro, 13 down.
Okay. Firemen often use a fire extinguisher, I think, which are usually on a sidewalk. Dogs like to use a fire extinguisher too.
Okay, it's not a fire extinguisher. It starts with an H.
Fire. H. Fire hydrant.
Hydrant. Perfect. What do dogs like to use fire hydrants for, Sandro?
Just for target.
For a target. They like to pee on them, right?
Yes. They need one point for put her legs.
Exactly. Good job. So you guys, in where you live, what color is the fire hydrant typically?
Red.
Okay, red or?
I know only red.
Or red.
Yeah.
Red or red.
They're typically red. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Sorry, Sandra, I have to delete or mute your microphone because there's some noise in the background. Sorry about that. Thank you. Okay, Ali, let's go over to, let's do 18 across. Ali?
18.
Why? Attached to a tractor or an ox is a tool that a farmer uses to break up the soil for planting.
It's also a word, a verb described when you hit something very hard.
Plow?
Perfect. Okay, so a plow is also a tool that they use in farming. It's a long wooden handle with a metal plate that you hit with the ground to break up the soil. Any questions on that one? 19 down, Andre.
Yeah, moonshine, scotch, bourbon, peats, a strong alcoholic drink. I think it's whiskey.
Whiskey. Do you like whiskey, Andre?
No, not really.
It's not your favorite. What's your drink of choice? If you're going to have a drink with a friend, what would you choose to have?
I think I would choose beer or maybe wine.
Beer or wine. Anyone else want to share what their favorite drink is?
Teacher, but I have a question.
Okay.
Whiskey is a typical beverage from United States, because in Scotland, I know whiskey is a word which is written without the E, final E, whiskey.
Okay, so you're asking if there's a spelling mistake?
No, it's your choice to put the American version whiskey.
Okay, that must be what it is then. That must be what it is. It must be the American version of it. Giovanni, do you like whiskey?
Yes.
Sandro likes Zappa?
Zappa is plow in Italian.
Okay, very good. Dimitri, what do you like?
No, I don't like whiskey, to be honest.
What do you like?
I like to match my drink. I can say alcoholic drink for my region is called Mirto. I like to match.
Mirto, okay.
Yes. It's homemade with one fruit, I can say, from one tree.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, Sandro. And Dimitri, what is your favorite?
I would prefer a beer than a whiskey.
Okay, very good. Jorge?
Yeah, me too. I prefer beer, especially black beer.
Dark beer.
Dark. Okay.
Dark beer. And Jose?
I like beer, teacher. Corona beer. I love it. And then tequila and whiskey. I love too.
Okay.
I'm a drunker, teacher. Sorry.
Uh-oh. Well, you didn't have to tell us that. Excellent. Anyone else want to share a story or a preference?
And no one who likes red wine.
I like red wine. Nobody asked me, but I will say that's my favorite.
What, teacher?
Well, teacher.
Sorry?
What is your
You are the
favorite?
teacher.
I like red wine.
Ah,
That's cool.
Well, I'm going
And-
to Italy next week, so I will test to see if Italy has good red wine or not.
You are right.
Okay, well, that is all the time we have, you guys. Any questions or comments before we continue, or before we close the class, I should say?
No, thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome. There's the link for the crossword if you guys wanted to try finishing it on your own time. But thanks for coming, and I hope